Okay. Obviously, a disappointing end of the game. Disappointing end to a disappointing season is the best way I can sum that one up. Really thank the 14 seniors. We've had, in what I thought, a good 2 weeks to get these guys in position to send them out right. Thought everybody involved did care and did play with effort. Thought we had an issue with that 2 weeks ago as I made that known. I don't think that was it today. Bottom line, you can't turn the ball over like we did and win. So, questions?
What was the message there when you were talking to the guys afterwards?
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Well, just that. We played. We knew what we were going to be getting with these guys. They're no different than us. They're no different than us. They've played with tremendous effort all year. They've been in every game but one. They've much like us, just haven't made enough plays to be able to win games. Today they made more than we did. So we knew what we were going to get. You got to play with effort. Do think we did. Played with effort. Thought we tried. Thought we cared, and went out there and just didn't finish the game.
And a few of those turnovers were close. What was your view on some of those?
I thought they were good calls. You got the ball in your possession. It needs to maintain in your possession. It's a pretty basic, fundamental aspect of football. So, the one on the goal line obviously stung. 1st and 1, can't do that. Tried to put it over the goal line. We felt bad about it. Every kid wants to do that because they want to score, but it's gonna end up biting you more than it's gonna turn out good for you. So can't have turnovers. I don't even know what we had. It seemed like we had a bunch. So obviously at the end of the game were the ones that cost us.
For you guys, it's another multi-score lead evaporating in the second half. That's obviously not something you can get comfortable with or really figure out. Can you talk about your reaction on the sidelines as that's slipping away?
Keep coaching. Keep coaching, keep playing.
Any common theme with that you've noticed as the season's gone on?
Talked about finishing all year long. It's obviously going to be something that's going to be addressed in the off season when it comes to the issues that we've had this year of not being able to close games. Why can't you close games? It comes down to execution. A burning desire to win. A collection of guys that don't want to let each other down. Coaches and players involved. Obviously, we're not at that point right now.
Talk about the effort you got from Sims today.
Same thing every day. He's a tremendous football player that's going to be playing for a while. Glad we had him for a year.
Dan, did you sense offensively you had a couple of things going for you and that maybe either got away from you or had them taken away from you? It's a weird game without a lot of flow, a lot of stops, interruptions, events.
Yeah, had almost 600 yards of offense.
Right.
You can keep telling us that you guys can keep writing stuff about how bad we are on offense, but we were improving. You can't give up 575 yards and win. You can't turn the ball over offensively and win. I think we all saw what happened. Nobody's happy about it. Stuff I got to address, obviously.
Daniel, your thoughts on the size of the crowd? Have you not held back on your feelings on that in the past?
I've complimented our crowd endless times, and appreciate the crowd that was there today. Thought they had energy. It's tough when you don't have the student, school is in session. But the rest of it I thought was good. Appreciate their support.
And is there any part of you after a season like this that is just glad to have it over with and start on the next one?
Well, I mean, it's been tough. I mean, I think you guys can feel my pain on that. We've been in 3 overtime games. We've won 1. We've lost 2. Those are tough. Those are tough to deal with. We talked down. One of the other things we talked about down there was, other than just appreciating the seniors and the 14 guys for what they've done in the programs. 2014 starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. We'll be out on the road recruiting, which obviously recruiting is something that needs to improve. And then just getting the guys, the returning guys, to buy into what we're doing. Not going to change a whole bunch. Thought we made progress in the last. Thought we made progress in the last year, and it's the record doesn't show it, which ultimately that's what I'm going to be judged on. I understand that, but what we've done in the last year, we're gonna crank it up and do it a little bit harder.
How do you think Jeremy Tyler fared out there? He looked to be involved with a lot of plays.
He played a position that is going to be involved. Anytime you're down on the line of scrimmage and around that area, it's going to be involved. How exactly did he play? I don't know. He hadn't played a whole lot of snaps prior to today. So I'm not going to make excuses for why we gave up 575 yards, but there's a lot of kids out there that haven't played a whole lot of football.
Iowa State scored 17 points in the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. Was that something they were doing differently? Was it complacency on defense?
That's why we film it. We'll look at it, try to improve on it.
In the regulation, then you had with 8 seconds to go, you had the spike with still a timeout there. I mean, is that kind of an automatic call, or is there an option there? Are you making that decision on whether to call a timeout or spike it?
Well, I thought the spike was the right thing because we only had 1 timeout at that point, So, no, I thought that was fine. The delay, I can't explain the delay. I mean, you get a call in there and we didn't snap it quick enough. And the play was designed to do exactly what it did. Just flip it to Mario and let him try to get 10 yards and kick a 55-yard field goal, maybe you win. The delay took us out of that situation, which can't explain that. That's on me.
In the fourth quarter, you want to use some time and run the ball, I imagine, and you gained only 4 yards rushing. What happened in the fourth quarter as far as the running game went?
I don't know. I thought we ran the ball pretty good, Bob. We got 212 yards rushing. Fourth quarter. They're not bad against the run, and had some more people up in there that you can sit there and have the mentality. I think there was about 8 minutes on the clock because we didn't have the ball a bunch, but. You can sit there and have the mentality where I'm going to run the ball 3 times and then let the clock run and keep. With that mentality, you're going to end up punting in 3. You ran the ball and get -1 yards. Well, if you run it again, you might get 2 yards, but you're going to end up punting. So it's that whole 4-minute offense discussion. I mean, we're just going to keep playing ball. With 8 minutes to go in the game, we got to keep playing ball.
Talk about the progress towards the end of the season for you guys. What gives you the most confidence, the most hope heading into the offseason that you saw out of your guys?
Well, the continuity. So the thing we talked about this Tuesday. I mean, the lack of continuity that existed with us offensively is something I don't anticipate happening again. So you get guys like Mario who starts getting comfortable making plays. That's one example, but. You're going to have a collection of guys who are going to understand what we're trying to do a little bit better, which means that we can coach them on technique a little bit harder. The more continuity that exists, the better we're going to be offensively.
You mentioned Mario there. Really blossomed, had a huge game for you today. How different have you seen him since you've kind of moved him around? And
he's just more familiar, more comfortable with what we're doing offensively. You take a guy who just joins us in August, and it's going to take some time before he gets it. Glad he got it this year. Kevin's shown some signs of being a guy that's going to be pretty good for us, and DeKeel as well. It's just there's a lot of examples out there of guys that are just now, kind of trying to figure out what we're doing. It makes a little bit more sense to them. So look forward to coaching those guys in the off season for sure.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.